If you just gave everything in your life 110% effort, absolute maximum, you would regret none of it. You did your absolute best to make it happen. You gave it everything you had. What can you regret? What can you be disappointed about? There's nothing. You couldn't have done anything more. You did your most, right? And with this and in tangent of trusting God, you'll never feel shitty about anything, right? I wish I knew this from the start. When I started to be an entrepreneur, or even when I was younger, actually, I learned this lesson in video games back in the day in Rocket League, right? I used to play competitive Rocket League, and I played twos, right? My teammates would suck ass a lot of the times. If you guys played competitive twos Rocket League, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your teammates will suck. What I ended up learning was two things: take accountability for everything that's happening, and do my absolute best, and I wouldn't be mad if I lost the game. The other thing, take accountability for everything that happens. I'll make another video on that because that's so important. But I would give it my absolute best, and I wouldn't care if I lost. Obviously, there's times when I'm upset because my teammate literally just missed the easiest save. But at the end of the day, I know I went in there and did my best, and I improved as much as possible, and I learned as much as possible. And what else is there for me to do, right? And when you operate like this, right, and you're focused on your inputs and you're focused on giving your absolute best with every single input you do, the results are gonna come faster too, because you're detached from them, right? You're not worried anymore about getting the output. You're just worried that you're giving everything your absolute all, and that's all you care about. And when that's all you care about, you are attracting those results into your life because you're becoming that best version of yourself. Lately in my life, my boy Shay, if you're watching this, I don't know if he will, he might, but I appreciate you, brother. I got into this relationship and he's like, bro, just give it your 110% effort. Just give it everything you got. And at the end of the day, whatever happens, you're not going to be upset about it because you know you did your best, right? And I was kind of almost iffy about it a little bit. It's just like something I didn't really want. I didn't want a relationship right now. I didn't want a girl. I'm focused on my work, right? Like I got so many things I'm trying to build and become this great man, and getting a girl, like, that's not going to help me get there. Well, it is, right? And God put her in my life for a reason. And at the end of the day, I gave it 110% effort, and it doesn't matter to me now what's happened. Like, I don't care, right? Because I gave it everything I had, and that's all that I cared about, and I feel so content with myself. You know what I mean? And in business, for example, right? You know when you're not giving it everything you got, bro. Like, you can feel it. Like, you know you got more gas in the tank. And when you feel like that, you are not bringing in those results and those outcomes you're trying to manifest. You're pushing those away because you know you're not doing your best. And when you know you're not doing your best, you'll subconsciously self-sabotage, right? It's kind of just what happens. And like lately, like I feel like I have been putting in like 110% effort, like especially today. Like it was a great day, and like I'm really like just giving it my all. Like in the gym, I've been giving it my all recently, right? And everything in my life, I've just been trying to pour in 100% effort and just give it my everything. And what comes of it doesn't really matter because I know I did my best. And at the end of the day, I'm growing and developing and turning into that man that I've always wanted to be, right? Or that I've always envisioned myself as, or that I've always manifested myself as. But how can you become that person if you aren't giving 100% effort in everything in your life? Relationships, connections, people, the gym, work, hobbies, sports, whatever, bro, A to Z, family, like everything. Like, how can you expect to become that guy, that man, the one that you dream and manifest in your head if you're not giving it your everything? Like, you have to pour out everything to get something in return. God is going to put you through challenges, tests, obstacles, things to see if you're really about what you say you're about. I tell myself I make this much per day, okay? And he's gonna put me through some shit that's going to symbolize that I am worth that much per day, right? Like, you can't just become the man that's worth 100K per day without going through the shit the 100K per day man has gone through. Look at it like this. I saw this Dean Grazzi video the other day, and it's great. Imagine, right, to get to 100K per day yourself. There's a list. Let's just say it's 10. right? But for everybody, it's different. It could be 10, 15, 20. It could be a fucking 100. Doesn't matter, right? But you have this list of shit that you got to go through, of shit that sucks, bro. Like, you're going through something, you're like, damn, this kind of fucking sucks, right? And you got to go through this list block by fucking block. And once you get through all the 20 things that suck and aren't fun, then you get to the 100K per day. So every time you go through something that sucks, think about it like you're just checking another one off, right? And so make this note in your head, like you have 10 things. Okay, you don't know what the number is, so it doesn't matter. But every time you go through something that's difficult and hard and sucks, and it's taking from you, like it's taking so much from you, and you have to use so much like of your willpower to learn and grow from it. That's another thing off the list, bro. And there's only so many. There can only be so many on the list until you get to that output, right? And if you give it 110% effort, it doesn't matter how many things are on the list, because you're giving it your all and you trust God to take you where you need to go, right? So there's nothing to regret. There's nothing to feel bad about. Like, if I quote unquote fail, right? Or get into a bad spot, or this happens or that happens, it doesn't matter, bro, because I'm giving it everything I got. Like, and that's what fucking matters at the end of the day. I don't like the people who are like, you have to give it more than everything you got, or like you have to do anything to make money. Like, bro, you guys are fucking morons. Like, just literally give it everything you got. Like, give it 110% effort, no bullshit, you know what I mean? And it'll happen. And you're not gonna feel bad about getting there. And when you don't feel bad about getting to your goal, you actually get there faster because you're operating on the proper frequency to get there faster, right? It just all fucking makes sense. And so like, this has been reciprocated in my life, especially through this relationship I just recently got into. Like, my boy was just like, bro, just like give it everything you got, bro. And like, at the end of the day, dude, like whatever fucking comes of it, it doesn't matter. And that's what he said to do, and that's what I did. And he's fucking exactly right, bro. He's like straight sauce bomb, to be honest. Like, that was some sauce, bro. And like, I feel fucking great right now. And I mean, that just translates to everything. Like, in business, like, again, like I said in another video, like I was trying to force it, and things have been stressful lately and all these things, right? And it's just like, dude, relax. Give it everything you got, like consciously, not like a fake everything you got. No, like actually give it everything you got, and like consciously, like really, like you have to push, like you have to give it everything. And who gives a fuck how much money you're making on the other end, or who gives a fuck this, or who gives a fuck that? It doesn't matter. Like, you're giving it everything you fucking have, and as long as you're doing that, you're good. I did this in video games when I was younger. I used to do this in soccer. I remember I would play a game, right? And I might not get any goals. I was a striker. I might not get any goals or anything, any assist, or like anything that's like actually of value for my position, right? As striker, you're supposed to score the goals, like duh, right? And it didn't matter. Like, if I knew that, like, I played my fucking heart out, right? Like, I played my heart out in that game, I didn't care. Like, if I knew I was really giving it my best, but then there'd be games where like I'd even get a goal or two, but I knew I could have done better. And that shit eats me alive still to this day, right? To this day. Like, there was a game, this was my first ever club soccer, or not my first ever club soccer game, but my first tournament with club soccer. And it was like the second game of the day, right? Because you do like multiple games a day when you play a tournament. And I ended up getting 2 goals, like clutched the game, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was still the best game of soccer I've ever played in my life. And I was doing shit in that game like I've never done before. Like, it was a one-off. Like, I'm talking like, I don't even know, like I almost hat-tricked, right? But like, there was one time where some dude tricked me, and like I was literally like running on all fours with my hands and my legs, and got back up to the ball, and then almost scored. And then there was another one where like I literally like received a pass off my back, turned, and then kept going. Like, I'm talking, I was doing some shit where it's like, what the fuck are you even doing? And this was a long time ago, bro. This was in like 8th grade, but like, I still look back and I'm like, how was I fucking doing that? And I was just so focused on the game. I was giving it everything. And then I remember there was other times in the season where I was just lollygagging my ass off, and I regret that shit to this day. So as long as you give everything in your life, everything you got, bro, you'll never live with regrets, and you're gonna get to where you want to go faster. Just a little thing that I learned in my life very recently, and I've known it forever, but you're constantly reminded of things in your life, and it's just, I've been reminded of that recently, and it's something I wanted to share because I think it's so important, and you're just gonna get there faster, bro. I just, you know, take my advice, like just give it everything, bro, and you'll be good. Peace.